Green Army Man, the Standing Rifle Man, Bazooka Man, Hand Grenade Man, Binoculars Man, and Radio Man with the extra plastic lump on his back like a huge cancerous cyst. $2.49 for a bag of 50, and me and my brother, we had several bags worth. We even had the sold separately Medics men with the cheap 2.5-inch long cloth plastic stretchers, and the little spider holes in their hands that not even Saddam Hussein could wiggle through. Me and my brother would dig trenches out by the side of the duplex out in East Oakland, and we would bunker most of the Green Army men, but stick some under the lips as stepping stones and in the branches of the little jade plants. At first, we'd use the cheap plastic missile launchers to shoot at our brother's Green Army men, but they were about as accurate as Stanford field goal kickers. Wide right or wide left. So we'd grab our trusty homemade slingshots made of bent clothes hangers and rubber bands, and we would fire rocks or spark plugs or golf balls at our brother's Green Army men, and whoever knocked over more won the war. Meanwhile, the newspaper headlines would scream, Viet Cong beaten back from Da Nang, and me and my brother were like, where's Da Nang? Because it could be anywhere to us. Is it near Saigon, Hue, San Francisco? They were just little exploding stars on these little 3x5-inch maps next to these newspaper articles that would read like baseball box scores. Viet Cong, 17 dead, 24 wounded, 1 error. The Americans, 19 dead, 21 wounded, 3 errors. Now in 1970, the U.S. changed the rules about the draft. Unless your name was Cheney, there wasn't really any college deferment. Instead, everybody's birthday was put into this big lottery. And if your birthday was pulled out, you became a Green Army man, crossing over stepping stones and rivers and lakes, hiding behind jade plants. And sometimes you would come back home with plastic limbs, or wounds in your back the size of spider holes, and sometimes you wouldn't even come back at all. Now my brother and I, eventually we outgrew our war toys. They broke from overuse. Slingshots snapped, army men halved. We just tossed them into the closet and moved on to bigger and better things. Like girls, weed, Parliament Funkadelic. But you see, today, you can still buy Green Army men. A bag of 50 for $7.99, and you can have your own private army. And you can bury your Green Army men. Or design these mastermind battles to mutilate and massacre your enemy. But guess what? You won't have to have anything on your conscience, because the blood on those fields will be green. So Poetry Express is an open mic with featured readers every Monday. It's at Priya Indian Cuisine, 2072 San Pablo Avenue in Berkeley, between University and Addison, every Monday 7 to 9. Everyone's welcome. I'd like to finish off with a poem from a series that I'm doing. It's about two telepathic lovers and their arguments. And this one is sort of the comedy entry in that series. It's called Door to My Mind. I opened the door to my mind and you waltzed in and began flirting with all my secrets. You said you was just talking, but I could tell by your eyes that you had a desire to get a little bit too familiar. Running your fingers through the strands of nerves and massaging my cranium. And then you whispered sweet nothings out my ears to confuse me. Oh, baby, I was just thinking about you and me. That double-edged sword of words to turn me on and abuse me at the same time. I trusted you with everything in my mind. But you left me with nothing but regrets. As one by one you serenaded all my fears and bad memories, swept them off their feet with vows you were the only one who cared for them, then stuffed them in your pockets and danced your way out of my brain and out of my life like a thief in the nightmares, like an infidel in the temple who defied and defiled the crown jewel of the kingdom, the third eye. Tonight, I opened the door, and you were there no more. No thoughts of you, no thoughts of me. The echo of dance steps are the only memory that hasn't left me. Tonight, I open the door and find that emptiness is not peace of mind. Thank you very much.